What is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with another fun deck for you today, and today we're back into the upper ranks of bronze, lower ranks of silver, and let's have some fun. And by let's have some fun, we're gonna play a deck that I'm like, this is just total jank. It is total jank, but I love it, and I'm calling it Merfolk Railgun. And basically what this deck revolves around, this card right here, Deeproot Pilgrimage. Whenever one or more non-token Merfolk you control become tapped, create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token with hexproof. Forensic Researcher, tap it, untap another target permanent you control. Tap it, collect evidence. 3, tap target creature you don't control. Okay, so see where we're going with this? Okay, every time this taps, you get 2 of these on the battlefield. You just keep untapping, tapping, tapping, untapping, and you just pump out all these Merfolk. Okay, add Warleader's Call. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and this deck can absolutely pop off. Okay, so how do we get there? Well, that's one win con. Okay, with my decks, what you're going to see is usually there's more than one way to win a game playing my decks. So I hope you kids see that. And if we can't get this engine online, then this engine alone right here is good for just doing stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. Consider we need some Surveil in here. Surveil 1, draw a card. Real easy. Otherworldly Gaze. Surveil 3 with flashback 1 and a blue. And for those of you that don't know what Surveil is, we look at the top however many cards of our library, then put them into the graveyard and the rest on top of the library in any order. Okay, so we can fish for stuff. We can kind of, put stuff in the graveyard and set up our draws, so to speak. As we said, Deeproot Pilgrimage, we've already gone over this. Also, it has hexproof too. River Herald Scout, when it enters the battlefield, it explores. Right? Not a bad creature to have down early in the game. Okay, you put that with Vidalian Hexcatcher. With Flash, Merfolk you control get +1/+1. We sack a Merfolk and counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. Okay. Rona. We're running Rona. You might be saying, well, why are you running Rona in a Merfolk build? Well, we want to draw and discard. Okay. And also, too, the fact that we can flip her for her alternate cost, which is she becomes Tolarian Obliterator. Whenever a source deals damage to Rona, that source's controller exiles a card at random from their hand. If it's a land card, they can put it into battlefield under your control, and otherwise we can cast it without paying its mana cost. So yeah, fun stuff. But we really want that draw discard stuff. Okay, Bitter Reunion. Again, we draw discard, and we can also sack it and give creatures haste, which also goes along with the Warleader's Call and the Deeproot Pilgrimage. 3 Lightning Helixes because we want to gain life and go face. Vidalian Mindsinger, because we're splashing red, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it for each time it was kicked. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature with power less. It's got to be less, not equal to, less than Vidalian Mindsinger's power for as long as you control Vidalian Mindsinger. So that's a fun card to have in this deck. And of course, we have all our lands. We got some dualies in there. Field of Ruins. Gotta run Cavern of Souls. Are only running 2. As far as sideboard is concerned, Family Reunion just gives us +1/+1 and hexproof. Urtai Scorn to counter stuff. Burn down the house in case we're up against some big stuff and they go wider than us. Fading Hope, Destroy Evil, Make Disappear, Rebel Salvo, just because not Teferi. Shieldred's a thing. And Sunfall as well. Just again, we can even main run this if in taking away Vidalian Mindsinger. I don't know. That might be one that we ditch. But this is the deck. If it pops, it pops. That's my goal. My goal is to show you how hopefully this, and this come together. But if they don't come together, then certainly this and this alone with this can make a big board. We can either go wide or we can go wide, big, and go face. So those are kind of the things, and that's kind of my philosophy on deck building is don't settle on one win con. you gotta have multiple ones in there. So flexibility is a big thing. So if you like what you see, leave a like, leave a subscribe. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and we do a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the Merfolk Railgun games, kids. We're against D3, D-Evil, or Devil. On the draw again, but we have options. We've got quite a few, actually. Well, let's do Otherworldly Gaze we can cast as an instant. I want to see what they've got. DIMIR, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take a Deeproot Pilgrimage, and I'll take that. Actually, all of that's not terrible. It's actually pretty good. Pilgrimage, cool. And then maybe into a Rona? Infectious Inquiry. Oh, you're one of those do-nothing toxic builds. Got it. Okay, fine. So here's what we do. Do that. Phyrexian Atlas. Sure, do that. Oh, that's cute. Exile that. You gonna exile it? No? Not yet? Interesting. Alright, well, we're not gonna do that quite yet. Let's try this. Bring the ending, probably. Tap that. Cool. Boom. I'm gonna hold off on these. Venser Corpse Puppet. Okay, so it is Corpse Puppet. So it is a it is one of those builds where it's basically like you just get not free wins, but you get like. Let's do Otherworldly Gaze. Let's see what our next few draws are like. Sundown Pass. No, I can deal without those. That's actually not a terrible play with the Mindsinger. Yeah, we don't have to kick that because that's only a 1 drop right there. That's interesting. Okay, let's actually do this. And I'll keep the Rona back. That's what they said throughout 2020, right? So now we've got some counter outlets with the Vidalian Hexcatcher. Prologue to Pheresis, that's okay. Tekuthal. Okay, that's okay. We'll take some pain from that. Interesting. Okay, that can work. Bitter reunion, huh? Let's do this. Bye. Okay. Let's draw a discard. Let's discard that. Distorted Curiosity. Okay, they draw 2 cards. And anything that we... Okay, they're going to draw a card there. Got him. Okay. So there's one strategy that worked out, was we just go wide on him with the pilgrimage. So I don't care the Warleader's called in and drop. Let's go the best of 3. We're against Scott! If you don't get the reference. For our best of 3 matchup. Okay, this is not terrible. Got the Lightning Helix. We got the Otherworldly Gaze. We don't... So we can fish for stuff with our... You can just... pun intended. You can fish for stuff here. Boom. Wow, we hit all our lands. I am going to keep that simply because I want to see what else we have. So let's do this. Let's fish. Okay, we need... Actually, no, wait. We need that. Let's put that back there. Yep, there we go. So we need those. We need that. What you got, Scott? Selesnya? Okay, that's a problem. Gonna have to take that out first. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do this. We can take that out. We can take that out with a Lightning Helix. And then we can Otherworldly Gaze. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take 3. Because we're just going to gain that all back when I do this to you. Had to do it. Had to do it. Otherworldly Gaze. Yeah, we'll take another Forensic Researcher. Probably should keep some of these lands, though, because... No attacks. And you know what? Yeah, Lightning Helix and other... Well, no, we don't want to ditch the Otherworldly Gaze. Swooping Lookout. What in the world is this? Interesting pile of cards you have there today, sir. Or ma'am. Scott. Scott! You play an additional land. Kind of a low-tech ramp build, huh? I like it. I like it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. Let's do this. Take 3. So what we can do is let's put this down. Let's consider. We know what we're getting here. Draw the card. And now we're just gonna kind of sit and wait, I guess. We'll ditch the Lightning Helix. What does this do? Reach and trample, huh? So what we can do is we can... Archon of the Wild Rose. Creatures that are ores. So we're going to collect evidence, and we're going to tap that. Ditch that. Boom. So you don't get to really do anything along that line. Sure. Okay. Alright, here's what we do. Okay, now we can at least... I mean, the flyers we're going to have to be very concerned with, but... Spellbook Vendor, huh? Yeah, that's also a concern, because now they can take out the Researcher. No? in that. Okay, it's an interesting pile of cards you have there. How does that become a 5/5? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, okay. I see what you're doing here. That's evil. I like it. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to move on to the next game. That's an evil build right there, Scott. That's quite frankly very evil. So I think we're gonna have to... Well, none of the... Unfortunately, none of the... We had the... We needed the pilgrimage to make that pop. If we had drawn the pilgrimage instead of the Warleader's call, we would have been in good shape. Because we just could have just pinged him consistently. So let's try again. But I gotta say, that Phyrexian evil build, that's an interesting one. The Archon of the Wild Rose, that's an interesting one. And we have all the pieces, but not the land. Okay, well, this is not the worst. So what we're doing is this. We're gonna have to ditch the Aganjo, I think, because the Mindsinger could come into play here. Now, Rona can also work too. Let's do Rona. Mm-hmm. Lightning Helix is always good. Draw a card, discard a card. Yeah, I think we just ditch a Helix, unfortunately. But it is what it is. What you doing there, big guy? Malira the Living Cure. Interesting. Okay. Do you have a tummy of safekeeping? No, you don't. Okay. Draw a card, discard a card. Yeah, I can deal without that. Yeah, because we don't have... It doesn't matter what we do. We're going to have to... No, that's fun. Okay. This guy's got a very interesting build here. It seems like it's like a budget sort of build. Oh, hey, there's another Rona. So we're gonna give these haste. Okay, there's the researcher. Yeah, Mindsinger's gonna have to go. I guess we just swing in for one. Yeah, luckily we're in bronze. We're not losing any points with these, so I'm okay with... Yeah, they're gonna cast another Curse of the Werefox, and we're gonna fight. Fight Rona again. Okay. Is it with you and Rona? You just don't like that? I mean... What'd Rona ever do to you, man? Okay. Deeproot Pilgrimage. At least we can draw out... At least maybe we can get the Canker Bloom to target that. Because now they're going to see what this is all about, and we can get rid of one of their key attackers here, so... Maybe that's what we're going to need. Llanowar Green Widow, okay. Although I would not envy... I'm just gonna block. We'll take 2. Okay. Now we're gonna wait on that. Okay, interesting. Neat little pile you got there. Gonna collect evidence. Tap the Canker Bloom. Sure, let's get rid of those. Okay. Block. Okay. There's a Rona. So we can actually now do this. Untap that. And now they're going to have to get rid of their Canker Bloom. Because now we're going to go poop off on them. And now you get to watch me play solitaire for the next few minutes. So here's... Now if we... So now it's just a matter of, okay, how many can I pump out there? Especially where I have not seen any spot removal here. And now I can just basically flood the battlefield with whatever I so choose. You have the option to destroy my Deeproot Pilgrimage there, kid. Just want to point that out there. Because now, no matter what you do, I don't know how you win this game if you don't have a flyer coming over the top for 5 with haste. And considering the colors that you're in... I'm going to do exactly 20. I'm going to do exactly 20. Dare them to start the timer on me. You can stop this at any point here, Scott. You can stop this at any point. At any point, you can stop this. Sack your Canker Bloom and take out my Deeproot Pilgrimage. That is how you do this. That is how you do this. Now I get the timer. And the best part is they could have stopped this. I'm going to say that every single dang time. They could have stopped this. Now, of course, they probably have a Sunfall. They're just setting me up for a massive Sunfall here. Now, let's do that. Well, actually, no. They're not gonna need to do the Sunfall because they. I mean, they can Sunfall me, but they're not gonna get anywhere with it because I can just counter it every single time. So there you go. Okay. So there's one way to do it. Now, can we pair that with the Warleader's Call? Let's see. Go 2 and 2 with this build today. And that's the scare. They had the Canker Bloom to get rid of it, but they did not apparently want to sacrifice the damage. Let's see if they learned. Don't have any blue. We were on the heavy on the land, but I think we're gonna at least maybe we can figure something out here. We've got spot removal, so I'm okay with that. Keep this. Let's take out that. Put down the anchorage and then into the... Heck, let's even go Lightning Helix, I guess. Yeah, we got 2 Lightning Helixes. So any Canker Bloom they throw down, we can... Yeah, let's see what they want. Let's see what they do. Okay, well, you found something. Woodland Acolyte. Okay. I think that dies. They draw a card, but I'm okay with that. So Kenzan. Okay. Yeah, let's do the scout. So do some exploring. Hexcatcher is not the worst. I'll draw for that. Melira. Okay. Got a Canker Bloom. And a Forest Cycle. Again, an interesting pile of cards you have here, Mr. Scott. Very, very interesting pile of cards. I like it. I always like these. Okay. Okay, meow. All we need is Serenity, to quote Breaking Benjamin. Okay. Hexcatcher, make our River Scout even that more devastating. Oh, that is fun. I'm gonna go right over the top of you. Just that. You get that. Land. Of course it is. Well, that's okay, because we can take 6, get us back down to... Take 6, get us back down to 20. Evolving Adaptive. Alright, never mind. That now starts to get big. That's okay, we can bounce it. If it doesn't kill one of our kids first. Oh, hey, there's the Canker Bloom. That's the one we all wanted. And you're just gonna keep going. Sure. I know our Green Widow. Yep. And we're gonna take 9! Ouch! That's fine. So we're gonna bounce it. Hey, there's a Bitter Reunion. We're gonna add that. Let's bounce this. Bitter Reunion. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. Yep, we're gonna do it. Gotta take the chance. We're up against some pretty big board here, so we needed to find something. Yeah, this is not good. We can at least take out the Canker Bloom. No? Just the Adaptive. That may have been a mistake. Just power. Let's do this. Activate the ability. Draw a card, discard a card. Man, you had to do that, huh? I think we're dead. All right, let's go to the post-game analysis. Okay, am I disappointed that we did not get these online? Absolutely, I'm disappointed that we didn't get those online. So that's where I'm reaching out to you. How can I make this deck with these cards pop? How can I make this online with this and online with this? It's complicated. I get it. I know. I'm just trying to find a way to make this happen. Today's video did not go the way I wanted it to in the traditional sense, but in the sense of me reaching out to the community saying, hey, how can I make this deck work? I'd like to see what we can do with this, because I do think that there is a fun little combination piece here. You saw what we did in the second match and basically just pumped the board nice and wide and went for it. So if you like what you saw, if you have any suggestions, you know, make the suggestions, like my chant, like the video, subscribe, and as always, my magic miscreants, may you always be on the play. May all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.